What's up, yo? Welcome back.
Hey.
We got Miguel Paula, 88 athlete and old school athlete with us again today.
What's up, guys?
We're talking about legs. Miguel's gonna show us his top 5 leg exercises, and my man has some wheels, believe me.
Been working
if you
on
want
them,
legs like my man, boom, check those wheels out. I highly advise you follow his top 5 exercises, right? Stay tuned, we're about to get into it. Right, 88ers. The number 1 exercise for Miguel Paula, he picked calf raises. Why'd you start with calf raises, big boy?
So it's not my number 1, but it's my first one that I like to start with, especially like on big leg days, if I'm lifting heavy squat and things like that. I like to get the calves involved first, stretch them out, activate them, and also to refrain for or stay away from injury in like the Achilles area, because if you don't stretch your calf or get that muscle activated, you can definitely hurt the Achilles, and we try to stay away from that.
You're also warming up your core. So before you put that big bar on your back for squats, you got the calf raises already warming it up as well.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's see what you got, big boy. My man with the calf raises. So we don't have a calf raise machine. Yeah, take another step back. Lean into it. We don't have a calf raise machine, so we're gonna do standing calf raises right here. You got it, baby. Good. Now he's leaning into the rack, which puts your calf at a stretched position at the bottom here. So at the commercial gym, you got a ledge where you hang off to stretch your calf. This one, we're leaning in, so when he comes down, it's at a stretched position, and then he comes up and squeezes it, just like that. We also lean into the rack so you don't have to balance that bar. You try to balance that bar with 300 pounds and then do calf raises, go ahead and relax. No good, trust me on that one. So, doing them in the rack, put you in a stretched position, and you can lean into the rack so you don't have to balance the weight.
Yeah, I like that.
What'd you think, baby?
I like that a lot. It feels like it mimics the motion of a calf raise machine already, because you said calves are already stretched. Heels don't go down to the ground, so you're not going slack on there, and you're keeping tension all through that muscle group. And yeah, fire them up, ready to go.
My man, I like that he picked calves first, because a whole lot of guys are missing calves out there, y'all.
Yeah, you can't skip those.
If you're missing calves, I highly advise you go ahead and start with calves, just like Miguel does, baby. Stay tuned, we're just getting started. All right, y'all, exercise 2 for Miguel. You probably could have guessed it. Squats. Number 1 leg exercise. Nobody's gonna argue with you on that one.
No.
Why'd you pick squats, people?
Honestly, like you just said, number 1 leg exercise. And for me, squats used to be a really weak point for me. Form used to be bad. I just couldn't get the depth or range of motion on them. So it's something that I stuck with for probably about like 2-3 years that I've been doing them. And over that time, developed my legs, developed my form, developed my range of motion and everything. And it feels good turning something that used to be a weakness into a strength.
My man, I'm glad you said that about the form. I struggled with this with form for the first 2 or 3 years as well. I'm gonna show you real quick why. I came out of my natural squat position and went to 90 degrees right here, like everybody said, and then stopped, and then came back up. I can't tell you how many leg days I had to stop because my knee hurt, right? I go to my natural squat, now I go all the way to the bucket. I haven't had to stop a leg day yet. Right? So use your natural form. If you can go all the way down, believe me, it's better for your knees, feels better for your knees than if you try to stop at the 90. But if you can only go to 90, then go to 90.
Absolutely.
Let's see what you got, baby. Good point on that one, Miguel.
Thank you.
Glad you brought that up, my man. All right, squats, baby. My man, all the way down into the bucket. Right back up. I love it. Full range of motion. Back's nice and flat. Heads up. Knees aren't going in front of his toes. Good shit, big boy. All right. Where do you feel that the most? What do you think? I mean, I know it's working quads, hamstring, glutes, but what do you think?
I can't even differentiate, honestly, because I try to keep the tightness in the quads on the way down and on the way up, obviously, but squeezing the hamstrings and glutes when we get to the top to maximize the range of motion and everything, and keeping that tension and blood flow going through the muscle group. So I kind of try to incorporate all of it.
My man, I also squeeze my glutes and hamstrings at the top. Gets them going, keeps them connected. I love it, baby. Number one, squats.
Absolutely.
After the squats, we got a nasty, nasty superset, baby. One of my favorites as well.
Yeah.
We're gonna superset leg press with leg extension.
Yeah.
Why is this your number 3 on the list, big boy?
So, not to sound redundant, Mike Mincer, man. So listening to Mincer's program, that's one of the things he teaches is to exhaust the quads. So we've already done calf raises, we've already squatted. We're gonna get into the next big movement, which is leg press. And then with that leg extension afterward, we're keeping the blood flow going to the quads. We're gonna maximize that pump in that area and the gains for there.
Love
and Mincer, man, like.
Love it, baby, love it.
School of Mincer.
Right, so what we're doing, we're gonna extend the set. So he's gonna hit failure on the leg press, but not stop there. We're gonna extend it and go and isolate the quads and go to failure again on the leg extension and fry your quads.
Yeah.
And believe me, if you go to true failure on both of these, you're probably gonna go home because you've done it.
Yeah, you're gonna crawl out the gym.
All right, let's see how it's done, big boy. Good stuff. Look at my man's wheels. Holy smokes. You got some legs, baby. Good. Make sure you're coming all the way down, pressing all the way up. You can load up the weight. You can do a whole bunch of weight on here. I love leg press because it takes your upper body out of the equation. It's 100% legs. You can go to failure. You cannot go to failure on squats. You shouldn't go to failure on squats. But you can safely go to failure on here. You got a stopper at the bottom. It's not going to kill you. You're not going to get squashed. All right, so he's hitting failure. Last rep. Immediately get up. Get to the leg extension. And start going, baby. Yeah, pull those things up. See them wheels, my man. Yes, sir. Good deal. And I'm going to quote Mincer again. You want less than 3 seconds in between your exercises when you're doing a superset. If it's more than 3 seconds, your body starts to recover more and you don't get the benefit of the superset. So try to get to the leg extension as fast as you can. We can do this at this gym because they're right next to each other.
Yeah, that's a good benefit.
Yes, our other gym there, all the way across the gym, and it won't work. All right, you can see my man is squeezing the quads coming up, keeping them engaged as he lowers. He's not just dropping the weight. So you can go to positive failure and then negative failure where you can't even lower it anymore. And believe me, relax, big boy. If you do that, like I said, you're gonna be crawling out of the gym. What do you think of this superset, baby?
I love this superset. Again,
Me too.
after hearing Mincer talk about it and trying it myself, I saw massive gains in my legs, honestly. They blew up probably the quickest from doing this type of work.
You better believe it. And I got a video I did, I don't know, 2 years ago. Same thing, superset, and the legs grew more in 6 months than it had in 6 years.
Honestly.
I believe that's the title of the video if you ever want to check that. All right, we're rolling on. You know we got some more. All right, we're rolling right along with Miguel's top 5. After the nasty superset that's gonna blow your quads apart, believe me on that one, we're gonna do some hamstrings. We got hamstring curl. Why'd you pick hamstring curls next, big boy?
Well, honestly, coach, because we've been focusing everything into the quads right now. So you might be feeling like your quads are burnt. After that superset, you should feel like your quads are burnt.
They are gonna be burnt.
But leg day shouldn't be finished yet because we've only done the front part of the legs, really. Glutes and hammies get engaged on the squats, but it's not a main focus on that lift. So I wanna focus in on the hamstrings, bring definition to the back of the leg and muscle growth there too, so we have symmetry in the legs. And so we're gonna hop on the hamstring curl next.
My man, let's get it, baby. And he's right. We've done pretty much quad focus so far, so now let's go ahead and crush these hamstrings. And we already said it. After that superset leg press, leg extension, you're gonna need to do some hamstrings anyway because your quads are gonna need a rest. All right, you can see my man's curling all the way back, holding the squeeze, pausing, keeping the hamstring engaged as he brings it back up. Good stuff. Fantastic, Miguel. Any tips on this one?
So I like to, like you said, engage this the entire way through. You want to guide that weight back up. You don't want to let it slam ever. So keeping the tension in the hamstrings the whole way is definitely key on this. I kind of point the toes a little bit or let the feet go slack so that you can get that max stretch on the hamstring when it comes up to this position.
Okay.
And then hit a scoop when you're coming back. Hold.
Ooh, say that again.
Hit that scoop on the way back. Hold it right here.
Scoop, baby. I like it. That's a tip right there. Outstanding. And another tip, if you're having hard time getting the mind to muscle connection, think of your hamstring as a bicep.
Absolutely.
You're curling and then you're squeezing, bam, just like you do a bicep.
Yep.
And then let it back down. Keep it engaged. Good stuff, baby. Stay tuned, we got one more. The last exercise of Miguel's top 5 exercises for legs, and my man's got some wheels. Trust me. It's a Romanian deadlift.
Yeah.
Miguel's got it set up as a unique way. I've actually never done it like this. I'm going to after this. I'm going to try it out, but I've never done this, so take it over, Miguel.
Gotcha. So the reason I set it up like this, I'm not gonna lie, I saw this on social media, scrolling through YouTube.
Nothing wrong with that.
Some different lifters that I've seen.
Yeah.
It helps you lean into the bar so you can get a good stretch across the hammies in the back, and you don't really have to worry about balancing yourself the whole way. Right, so you can focus more on the lift than bracing yourself against it.
My man, you're stabilized. You don't have to stabilize yourself. You're stabilized on the bar. I love it. Just like so. Good. Are you getting a more of a stretch with the bar?
I'm getting a huge stretch with the bar because I
looks
feel
like
like you can not hyperextend, but get a really good extension on that.
Yep. You can see he's stabilized. He's leaning into the bar. He doesn't have to stabilize the weight with himself right now. He's leaning into the bar, stabilized, and it appears, and he confirmed, he's getting a better stretch on that hamstring as well, using that bar to lean on as opposed to just standing here and coming up and down just like so. And we got dumbbells. Why'd you choose the dumbbells, big boy?
Because after smoking your legs, like we've done, you can go lighter weight and still maintain the pump in the legs. Just because they're tired doesn't mean that you need to quit. You can just lower the weight, keep it in the rep range that you want, and still finish that pump off for the day.
My man, that's a great tip for old folks too, like me. Pre-exhaust your legs, that way you don't have to do so heavy squats, so heavy deadlifts, put the toe on your knees, your hips, your back.
Yeah.
Pre-exhaust, you can do it, baby. All right, that's an outstanding exercise, and like I said, I'm gonna try this one next time I'm doing Romanian deadlifts, baby. Stay tuned, we're gonna recap. All right, 88ers, thanks for staying tuned into this video. Let's see Miguel's legs one more time, just so I can motivate y'all. His top 5 leg exercises. Got some wheels, nasty legs, baby. You want big nasty legs like Miguel, I suggest you do these exercises, right? All right, we started with calf raise.
Yes, we did.
We don't have a calf raise machine here, so we did it on the rack. Lean into the rack, stretch at the bottom, squeeze at the top. What do you think of the...
I actually like that setup, and I'm probably gonna start doing this at the gym too, because a lot of gyms, even if you're at a good one, only have 1 or 2 calf raise machines, but they normally have a couple squat racks. So if you can find a squat rack open, you can hit your calf raises and then not go anywhere and go right into your squats.
You're already
you're there
squats,
for
baby.
it.
I like that. It's also, calf machines are usually tied up.
Yeah.
They're usually aligned waiting for that machine. Good point, I didn't hear that.
Yes, sir.
Good stuff. All right, from there we went to squats. Right, already set up, ready to go. Squats. Tell me about squats, big boy.
Like you said, it's the king of exercises for the legs. You're not gonna get any better growth, I feel like, off of them than doing squats. All the old schoolers, legends, they tell you about it. Tom Platz, the quad father, you know.
Quadzilla.
So if he knows what he's talking about with the squats, I'm gonna listen to him. And yeah, I definitely love squats. Like I said, it used to be a weak point for me. Stuck with them, and now it's one of my strengths that I have.
Yep, I'm so glad you brought that up because it was a weak point for me for probably 3 years.
Yeah, it was,
First 3 years of training, squats did not feel right. I was trying to use somebody else's form. When I finally got my own natural form down, squats started feeling good, my legs started growing.
Absolutely.
Can't beat squats. Use your natural form, go as low as you can, keep it tight. And if it feels weird, feels wrong, try to stick with it. My man stuck with it for 2 years, I stuck with it for 3 years.
You can go back and look at some of my old videos and be like, oh, this man doesn't know what he's doing in a squat rack.
Hey, that's natural evolution of any lifter. You're not walking in off the couch knowing what you're doing.
Exactly.
So everything's learned, everything's educated, everything goes with it.
Yes, sir.
All right, after the squats, we went to the nasty superset.
Yeah.
Leg press, leg extension, baby. Tell
Yes.
us about that one, big boy.
So, like we said earlier, pre-exhaust the quads, already had them smoked. We did our big compound movement. We're gonna keep that blood flow going to the quads. We're gonna superset and exhaust them with the leg press, leg extension. Again, if you're in a spot where you can just hop from one machine to the next, much better. If not, and you're in Harford County area, definitely check out 88 Fitness Private Gym because they have it set up right here like that. And it's a great way to take advantage of it and maximize the gains in your legs.
I love it, baby.
Yeah.
I love it. Check out 88 Fitness Gym. Absolutely. And he's right. If your leg press is all the way across the gym from the leg extension, it's not going to work. Don't even try the superset.
Yeah.
But if they're close, you can get there, 2 or 3 seconds or less rest. Absolutely. You will not beat this superset. I preach it. Miguel's preaching it. Mike Mentzer's preaching it.
Yeah.
You're not going to beat the superset when it comes to leg press, leg extension for quads, man. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah.
All right. From there, we went to the leg curl, baby. We got the seated leg curl here, so that's the one we used.
Yes.
What tips you got for the leg curl?
So again, on your leg curls, whether it's the seated or if you're gonna do the laying down leg curls, keep that tension in your hammies the whole time. Like Coach said, imagine that your hamstrings function the same way that your biceps do. So when you curl the bicep, we would say you want to scoop. Same thing when you're doing a hamstring curl. You want to scoop with the hammies, hold a pause at the max contract area, stretch them back out, let it get a good max stretch, and then keep doing that range of motion and engage it. And the reason that we did it after all the quad movements is to pull some of the tension off the front of the legs with the quads and start engaging our hamstrings, and that way we can hit both front and back of the legs, because my favorite term, 3D muscle.
My man. And you definitely have a front and a back muscle to your legs. The front's gonna be smoked, like he said, so we're gonna move the hamstrings and finish them off.
Yes.
Good stuff. And with the leg curl, just like you said, if you're having trouble with mind and muscle, just think of it as a leg bicep. Some people even call it a leg bicep. They don't call it a hamstring. So just keep that in mind. Works just like a bicep, squeezes just like a bicep. All right. Then we finish with the remaining deadlifts in the rack with the bar to brace yourself.
Yeah.
I have never done this one, so you're gonna have to speak for it, baby. I'm gonna do it. Next leg day, I'm gonna do it, but I've never done it this way before.
So this is something that I just adopted recently, probably within the last month or so, trying them this way. Sure. Found it on social media, going across YouTube.
Yeah.
Tried it for myself to see how I liked it and if it worked for me. It definitely does, because you can brace yourself against the bar and you don't have to worry about stabilizing or engaging with keeping yourself upright or balanced. You can lean into that, really stretch the hamstrings, and then use them alone to pull yourself back up.
My man.
It's a good focus exercise.
Yeah. And anytime you're stabilized, you can do more weight than when you're unstabilized, because you don't have to put the effort in to stabilize the weight. You're stabilized with the machine, so now you can focus and do more weight. Good stuff. I'm definitely going to give this one a try.
I think you're going to like it.
It looks nasty as can be. And Miguel said, listen, I got this from YouTube. Listen, y'all, we're YouTubers, but we watch YouTube. We also get things from YouTube. We've mentioned Vissers. We mentioned Mountain Dog. We mentioned, what's his name out in California? I can't remember. But we watch a whole bunch of YouTube, and so does everybody else. There's nothing wrong with getting tips from YouTube. Just make sure it's a credible source.
Absolutely.
All right, thanks for staying tuned to the end of this video. We had some nasty leg workouts, some nasty exercises. Miguel's 3 weeks out from his pro card.
Yeah. We're excited for that one. We're gonna do it.
Absolutely. I can't wait for the next 3 weeks. I wish I could hit fast forward to see my man dominate. All right. For more videos like this, check out our leg playlist, 88 Fitness. Like and subscribe.